Hello everyone and welcome to Five Elms. Going back to my normal way of doing a few updates. I'm doing the live streams as well, but I want to thank everyone for joining the live stream. It's been really successful, so really, big thanks for that. These bits I'm not going to live stream because it's going to take me a while to prepare. But the next part that I'm doing, I'm going to work on this viaduct. I'm doing this on my phone, so let me just try and hold it with one hand. Right, the plan is, all this stuff here, as you can see and as I've discussed in the live stream, is all made of this. So it's all removable, I can lift it all out. It's really easy to mould and build sort of big structure, not structure, but a big part of, hillside. This would be totally fine with, say, wire mesh and plastic off, but when you start pushing these trees through, it all blows and punches. This is strong as anything, and if I needed to, I could pull them out, put a little bit of grass in there. It's going to last forever. I want to do the same thing here on this side. Now I'm still not sure what I'm going to do there, if that's going to be scenic or not. I think it's going to be a fiddle yard. I've got so much left to scenic. Move around slowly without making you dizzy. I've got so much to scenic that am I really going to miss this little bit here when it gives me the possibility of having a lot of storage. So my layout, I think, is going to start here now. So I'm going to have hillside coming down, contouring sort of down to probably about there. So this bit here is going to be hillside. I want to make a nice little path, sort of a crisscross path, leaving all down to what is effectively going to be a bit of a beach area. Coming around there, and this section is going to be water, boats, a little bit of activity on there, a little dock or whatever you would call it. Not a dock, but a little, well, you'll see when I do it. So I'm going to build up using the foam, cut it all out. I still put plaster cloth over the top because I don't like these joins. So there is plaster cloth under here, just one little layer of plaster cloth. So I do exactly the same thing there. It's really messy, so I'm sort of not looking forward to it. It's very, very messy. But let's do it, and I shall record it as I go. And then as I get further into the build, then that's when I'll get back on and do a live stream with you. But for now, I'm going to start cutting. Now this should give you an idea of the way that I construct it. So I've cut them all out. Again, I'm holding my phone, so forgive the wobbliness. I've cut them all out so that can be lifted up and out as I need to. These are all going to be hot glued together, and then I'm going to contour them down. There'll be one piece, as this is, and all that is one piece as well. So I can take it out to scenic it. So I just thought I'd show you so far. I've made such a mess, it's crazy. But I think it's a good way to build scenery, especially when you've got that size. That's quite a big bit of scenery. As I say, wire netting can be a bit of a pain. You could do newspaper and stuff, but I like this. It's really light, it's really strong. And worst case scenario, you can sort of, if I didn't like the way I finished it, you could rip it all off and just literally recontour it and start again. So I thought I'd just show you so far. So that's what's going to happen. You're going to have I'm going to make a beach on this side. Bit of a beach on this side going all the way around there, and I think it'll just open it up nicely. It's got a nice flow to it rather than just being one section. I like the way it's opening up, so I think that's going to be quite nice. Time will tell, and I'll see you soon. So I'm down on the floor now. Now this section here is hot glued together because I've started contouring it now. So there's no point gluing this because half of it is going to disappear anyway. So I'll wait until I've got the contour that I want, and then I'll hot glue this end, and then the plaster cloth will keep it all strong and all in one piece. But you can see what I'm getting at now. How you can just put it all together. And then just carve it, literally carve it. And if you carve too much, you can put some back on, and just keep going until you've got the sort of shape that you want. So there's my first sort of pass with the bread knife, if you like. You can see what I'm getting at now. There's still more cutting to do, but I'm starting to get sort of the shape I was after. Don't worry about these bits in here, because what the plan is to get this the shape that I want it, or 90% of the shape that I want it. I've got to do behind it as well. Then I will pull this out and weather it, and get that completely finished, and then I can fill in all these bits here with just some spare foam. But I like working with it. It's not a bad little modelling sort of material to work with, and it gets results fast. I've only been up here for, you know, a couple of hours and I'm already at that stage, and this is a huge single piece removable that I can remove out and do what I want with. I'm going to pack it up for the afternoon. You can see I've got some little steps in there, so I think that makes it look more interesting than just a heap of green, basically. There's going to be staircases going down to what I would presume would be called a jetty of some sort that I'm going to make. People fishing off the side of that sort of thing. But from a distance, I think it looks alright. Forget all this sort of patchiness, the plaster cloth. This is why I use plaster cloth on top of this. It would take me ages to shape and get that all seamless. So what I do is I just use this as a base and then put plaster cloth over there. So all the same system as there. It's going to be exactly the same. But I think it's going to be quite nice with the way the water's going to come out, and not just in one piece. It's going to sort of sweep round here on the beach. Can't go right up to the edge, because I need to pull this out to weather it, because it's thicker at the bottom than it is at the top. So when I pull it out, the bottom's going to drag, so I'm going to leave a bit of a gap. It's going to be a bit weird to work out, really. I suppose I need to weather this really and get it in situ. That's what I need to do. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. For a bit of insulation board, it's starting to take shape. Right, I've been shaping it a little bit more, and I think that's it. So we've got a path that comes down here, and I'll have the same system with the matchsticks and the wire, and that'll come down as a banister. So yeah, we've got a path going across here. We'll have a little bit of rock face in there, maybe some benches and stuff. Then we'll come down here. There'll be a little a wall there, a sort of retaining wall along there as well. This will be what would you call it? Like a, you know, like a picnic viewing point. And we go down again. Again, that'll have the sort of banister system on the fencing, and then I don't know where that one's gone. It's somewhere on the floor. It's a right state up here. Look, the whole thing. This is such a messy job. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make, again, I don't really know what the word would be, like a little pier system. No, not a pier, just, well, you know what I mean. Probably coming around to there with fishermen and stuff on there. And then all this will be water. We'll have a beach system there, a beach system there. And I think it's going to be alright. So what I'm going to do is now put some plaster cloth on there. It's quite a monstrous structure, isn't it? That's what I like about the foam. You can build big structures. I mean, this is pretty big as well, but it you know, it just gives the proper height that's needed. I use some rocks that are left over from there, so that'll all be stained just to keep the sort of theme, if you like. I'll come back a bit. I think it's going to be alright. Once I paint this bit black, plaster cloth, what I do is I plaster cloth, then I paint it brown, and then I just do a very quick scatter of just basic green, which you can sort of see on there, the very basic, just to take that look of new modelling away, and just see how it goes. And then what I've got to do is then I will weather the viaduct, put the viaduct back in place, and then plaster cloth right up to the edges. So a lot to do. I think I've shaped it how I want. The good thing is, if I don't like it, I can just rip it off. It's really not a problem. And do some more moulding. So let's put some plaster cloth on. Hopefully that looks like it makes more sense now it's got plaster cloth on there. Like I say, you're going to have to forget about these holes until I've weathered and got the viaduct in place. Then I can place it in as it is now, and then finish off and fill in all the holes. At the moment I need to take the viaduct in and out, and if you look at the way it's constructed, the bottom of the viaduct is bigger or thicker than the top, so it needs to be quite a big hole to slip into. But I think it looks alright, and like I say, you're going to have this sort of interest bit of, sorry, I've got my phone, you're going to have this sort of winding path that's going to go all the way down there to give it a bit of, just rather than just hillside. I've put in some more of these, the rocks, and I think it's going to look alright. Once I've got the beach in place over there, and the beach in place all around here, I'm really pleased with it. Paint that black, I'll do my usual coat of brown, and a scatter of, I just normally do a scatter of fine turf on there, just to take, I did it for all of this, that's how I did it if you look back on the videos. Paint it brown, fine turf, and then I can just, my eye can sort of move on to other things. At the moment it looks an eyesore, doesn't it? Let's be honest. But in my mind I can see where it's going to go. I'm definitely going to keep this as storage now, so you won't see any of this scenic. I'm going to get a backboard to come up there. There's still a bit to go across the top, but it's all good. It's all right, and I'm really pleased that the getting back into the railway, the live streams, the last couple of updates. You know, I'm itching to come up here now, which is absolutely fantastic. So there it is for now. I'm going to upload this for you because I'm literally not going to get a chance to do anything else now. But hopefully that will give you an idea of what I was after. I'm just going to stand back. I think it looks alright. And I like the way the viaduct sort of gradually makes its way into full height. Like I say, that bit is a bit of a pain, but I can only deal with that once the viaduct is fully weathered, fully in place. But I think it's obviously now it looks a bit like an eyesore, doesn't it? But when everything is sorted, I've still got some stuff to put up the top there. I've got the backboard to put up. There's still work to do, but I thought I would show it to you, just let you know what I've done. Wish you all a Merry Christmas. So like I say, there'll be no more railway updates before New Year. I'm hoping to do one more shout out. I'm going somewhere tomorrow that, although isn't railway related, is Christmas related, and I'm hoping to do the shout out there. So if all goes to plan, in the next couple of days we'll have a nice little shout out video. That was a Christmas special, but for now I'm going to leave you with that. I think it looks alright, considering it hasn't actually taken me a lot of time, this particular piece. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think that's going to work. I do like the idea of the water flowing down. Just this little feature. I could have come out here and made this whole thing grass, but obviously I've put the sort of beach that I'm going to put there. I'm going to do that all the way around there, and I think just the way the water's going to creep out will give that some nice shots. You know, imagine, I mean, as a picture, once all the water's done, I think that's going to look alright. Yeah, sort of that sort of shot I think will look nice. But anyway, it's rambling time now, so Merry Christmas everyone, Happy New Year. Thanks for all the support that you've given my channel this year. I know I've been a bit vacant from YouTube. I'm back now, I'm back doing the railway, I've got more time, and you're going to see more. So Merry Christmas, and I'll speak to you soon.